This company with the present capacity can produce up to 6,000 crates daily. This company. Now, that crates of eggs daily. You can now do the calculation. Many of these, the area here in this farm is a big area. It's a valley. It's a it's on the valley. So some of this land we got ourselves. Many of it, even I can even tell you that half of it we bought, from other people who are near this farm. We bought. So you can say that you can have up to 10 hectares of land here.
This company is on 10 acres of land.
Yes, 10 hectares. Hectares, not acres.
Hectares of land.
The chicken is for eggs. So we, once it starts laying, we start checking the production levels and see what with the revenue and costs of keeping the chicken. Cost include the cost we had already accumulated before the chicken started laying. So as we watch it, if the cost is, if the chicken is not covering the cost, we will know it is time to start selling them and bringing a new one. That's what we do year in after year, just like that. We will get the new ones from hatcheries in Nigeria, especially in the southwest, Ibadan area. That's what we have been doing. That's what we have been doing. That's why I said God is wonderful. Nobody can boast that he does it on his own, if not God. I told you that this is a serious Christian family, very serious, Catholic, to be specific. We are very serious, and we believe that our actions should speak more than what we say in terms of what we do with others, including among ourselves. So we have been trying to, especially myself, I have been trying to see whether I can live up to Christian faith. So, and my father had also done quite a bit of it. Gave us examples that we will never, forget. That working with others, you have to be patient. You have to be patient. You have to be understanding. So you have to work with people. You have to appreciate people. You have to, encourage people. You don't have to take advantage of people's weakness. We try to avoid these kind of things among ourselves, so that we can survive together. And that in one of my Ozo's name is Ijo Onyabo. Ijo Onyabo, is my first Ozo name. Ijo Onyabo means you need a partner all the time, for you to have a good, complete life. The life that you stand alone, and the only things that you like, whatever you like, is what is going to happen. It's never a life that is going to last. So Ijo Onyabo is my first Ozo name. That you need a partner or partners, people who have agreed to work together and achieve some goals. Yes. So we have always tried to accommodate our excesses, so to speak. It's everywhere, but you have to learn to get used to accommodating others' excesses, and so have your mind focused on the progress. Yes. The challenge, this biggest challenge, is finance. Okay. Since that inferno, we have been trying to get money, and it's not forthcoming, because You know, when you have borrowed to do this kind of thing with banks, it's not always easy for the banks to just begin to give you another large sum of money for this kind of company. We have been selling some of our things, especially those ones that are not encumbered at all by the so we have been trying to get money. So let me tell you, the truth is that there's the will to survive. We have the experience, you know. We have the experience. What is remaining now is the financial resources to bring it to the level that it was before, and then exceed that level. You know, so the farm is gradually coming up. It's gradually coming up. It's gradually coming up, because the life of the farm is usually if you have young birds becoming steady into the farm, and we are started having young birds steady to the farm, which means that its future is very bright. Of course, they are welcome. They are welcome, but you know, we are going to sit down and negotiate. Because this is a big farm, the potential is huge.
Because I want you to emphasize more on that investment, because a lot of people have money, but they don't know where to invest it. Trust me. People have money, they don't know what to invest it on. Yes. They don't even know. They don't even see the trustworthy or what they know. They want something they will be seeing, and I don't know why we can emphasize more on that investment stuff, so that our people can know that if they have money, Phenoma is open for investment, but based on agreement and discussion.
There's no company in my own. I don't know about my other siblings. You know what their opinion would be. I'm just talking about personal opinion. I don't think there is a company that will survive over time if other people from outside the family does not also invest. So even though there is I read sometimes that, but what I mean is company becoming a conglomerate, becoming a very, really large company. You have to have investors. But family companies can last for a very long time, especially those that have, you know, that know their onions, know the shortfalls of human beings and so on, and can always accommodate them. They will last for a long time. It's a documented something. But once you want to grow into a larger corporation, you have to have investors that would make the company. So myself, when you have a larger, you know, corporation, you know, you have time for other things. You know, you can you know, you can be interested in other things. You know, it's challenging when you run your own company. You know, you hardly can have time for other things. Yes, if you do it sincerely. So investors is needed. Investors is needed, and sometimes even if it is managed well, you get more money having investors, because if you have a company worth 10 billion, and they make 10 billion they make 5 billion or even 2 billion in a year, and your share of the money is 200 million. You know, it is because the company is large. But if you have a smaller company that is 100 million or 600 million company, and they make even 500 million, you will never get up to, you know, 100 million from that company. You will never. You'll be getting something like, you know, because of the interests, you're getting smaller, much smaller than that. So what I'm saying is that it's always good to have people who are agreed to, you know, have a very big company. And the advantage is that the company will be so stable that whatever happens, because the world, this life is full of ups and downs. And when things happen, the company still remains for the people who own the company. So you cannot really lose if the company does the right things. You will never lose. It's just like it will continue to, yes. This company with the present capacity can produce up to 6,000 crates daily. This company now, crates of eggs daily. You can now do the calculation. And we used to have, I said, now the workers are gone. They are all gone because of this, the challenges that we have. We used to have up to 600 here. Yes. We used to have 600 workers here. That is what I'm telling you. So I have 600 workers here. But now they are all gone.
You have lights here or use diesel?
Diesel is what saves us from embarrassment. Because we can never rely on public electricity. Because they can take it anytime and they will not tell you. They will not warn you. But when you have standby generators, once they take it, you put it here again. And start. Sometimes it ruins the whole production system. But you can't do anything about it. That is what you find yourself in.
How much do you spend on fuel on diesel?
On diesel, approximately 12 million.
Monthly or weekly?
Monthly now. Monthly. Well, my advice is start small. That is the first thing. Don't want to be like the Finoma immediately. Because Finoma has gone through so many things. So start small, because this is where you learn the ropes. When you start small, you begin to have contacts with other bigger farmers that are bigger than you. They will be giving you this information small. You will be absorbing them, putting them into practice as you go along. You can give yourself some time, where you want to be. For example, if you start by 1,000 beds, or 500 beds, you can say in the next 3 years, you should be keeping about 5,000 beds, something like that. If you are fast, if you are very fast. So this kind of thing is like the goal you can give to yourself. But it's important to start small so that you learn the nitty-gritty of it. But then if you have the money to really blossom, you need to employ experts, people who are already in the business, people who have had experience, and known people. Is not anybody that claims that he has experience, because the poultry keeping is something that is very delicate. You have to be sensitive to so many things, so that it won't land you into trouble. And because the deaths of the chickens are just like this. Before you know what is happening, you have lost all the chickens, especially when there is a viral disease in the system. So it is important that if you want to do poultry, you have to ask. You have to go for find out the problems of the industry with the people who are in the industry. You get as much information as you can. But usually the underlying thing, start small is relative. Start small. When I say start small, it's relative, depending on what you know already. Before you started looking for investment into poultry industry. But start small is generally a way to do it, and then get more and more involved by getting more and more birds and all the other assets that you will use for keeping a higher number of birds. And looking at people who are in the industry, they are the main people who are going to guide you with their own, with what they are doing. They can guide you and tell you some of the things that are in the business, so that you learn them fast. And also, some people also, can learn them in so many other ways by employing people who are experienced. Just like I told you, the poultry industry in this Ungo spread because of people who are already have experience in a farm like ours. So they were able to impart the information practically to the other growing farmers.